welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to be answering a question that I have actually very frequently been getting asked ever since I started uploading YouTube videos and become more active on LinkedIn. I feel like this is probably my #1 question that I've been getting asked lately, so I thought it'd be a really great idea to just answer on a YouTube video. That way, if somebody asks in the future, I can just let them know that I answered it here, and also a million other questions. And this question is, drumroll please, how are you liking WGU? So I'm going to be answering that question, and I'm going to actually pretend like I'm being interviewed by ChatGPT. I did actually ask ChatGPT to ask me interview questions around this question. So hopefully I'll just kind of cover pretty much everything that encapsulates this question. So let's get started. So I chose WGU over other institutions mainly because of the self-paced competency-based learning curriculum style. Wow, that was a mouthful. But I just thought this was such a cool format because I feel like in school, I remember there was nothing worse than feeling like you're getting, dragged through a course that you kind of already know. And so the idea of being able to test out on something you're already competent in just really sounded like a game-changing type of framework, especially for people like me who don't really enjoy school, to be honest. At least don't enjoy school in a way that you kind of I don't like traditional school very much, that you have to go through 3 months of one topic, another 3 months of another topic, another 3 months of another topic. I just think that's kind of boring. Okay, so this next question, why I chose cybersecurity. If you've seen my previous video, I did mention that I actually at first was going to go into computer science, and it was actually my academic advisor who told me, after we kind of talked more about my goals and how quickly I wanted to get into a career, she did tell me about cybersecurity program, and I am just so grateful that she did, because I dove into it. It took me for probably a day before I really got firm on my decision to switch into cybersecurity. And as I was learning about cybersecurity, I remembered this movie called The Net with Sandra Bullock, and I just always remembered looking at her job and how her character is in that movie. And I'm just gonna be really truthfully honest, that is kind of what sold me on cybersecurity. Whenever somebody's like, why did you choose that, and I'm just like, have you ever seen The Net? She's just at home. She orders her takeout in. She's just sitting at her computer. She's kind of a homebody. I'm like, okay, check, me. And then she basically, I don't know, her job just looked really cool too. It just looked like this cool, interesting job. Then she has people call her, and then she totally has this boss way about her. She's kind of who's calling me? Okay, bye. I don't know, everything about her character kind of sold me. So I'm not gonna lie, that is dead ass the reason why I decided to go into cybersecurity. Thank you, Sandra. Okay, so my first video answers this question pretty well, but I started in December 2021, and my goal is to be done by 2024. Pray for me. Okay, so it's an online school, and so you're going to be using their online platform a lot. And my personal opinion of the online platform, I really like it. I've never, ever once my entire time been locked out of the portal due to maintenance, website maintenance. I have had alerts that say we're going to be doing maintenance during this time, but it's usually overnight. So I don't know, I just have never had that interfere with my degree program. I think it's very user friendly. They have updated it since I've been enrolled, and they just have they have a thing on there where you can kind of like plan out your whole course and kind of like move your courses around on this little template. If your goal is to get done sooner, you can like kind of like map that out on a timeline and see like which courses you will need to get done in order to reach that graduation date on time. But it's just like very user friendly. It's super like, it's a nice design. It has kind of like everything you need right there. It'll have like your course instructor, your mentor. There's like math centers, writing centers, and yeah, it pretty much will just show you like the countdown of your timeline of your degree program, which I really like that as well. One of the really coolest things about the online portal though is that it's compatible to like your device, to other devices, so like even your cell phone. So I've even had times where I'm literally just studying in bed on my phone, like at night, just on my phone, and it looks like pretty much the same as if you were on a desktop. I had a period of time when my laptop was broken, so I was just studying on my iPad and I had absolutely like no problems at all. So I really like that aspect, that like you can access the course material even from your phone. So like, you know, if you're on like a bus or a train or I don't know, like I said, just in bed sometimes, like that's honestly really nice. You can't test from your phone. You have to be on a computer that's compatible with the online proctoring tests. But, you know, like for just like studying, you know, like if you're studying in the car on your drive, if you have like a commute and you're not driving, you know, like a road trip or something, you can definitely study from your phone, which is kind of cool. Okay, so the quality of the actual course curriculum, I would say, is really good. I would say, you know, the tests are decently difficult. I've had, you know, certain courses that took me like 3 tries just to pass them, which to me tells me they're not just like ridiculously too easy. Like you really are going to fit in with, you know, the level, a good level as far as like the career that you're going into. It does set you up nicely. After 18 months of studying, I actually just recently did get my first cybersecurity job. So I am going to make a video all about that. But I do feel like the learning material is the reason why I got my job, because, you know, I actually became like well suited for a cybersecurity analyst job. So yeah, I'll definitely make a video about that soon, but that just kind of speaks to the level of the curriculum and how well it actually suits you for your real life jobs. I think that the curriculum does a nice job. Okay, so passing through a class, it's either going to be through performance based or through objective based. Objective is where you're basically taking an exam online with a proctor. There are going to be multiple choice. And so you just go online with a proctor. You want to have like a clean desk space. You show your ID to them. You have your webcam, and they ask you to just see a full 360 view of the room. It usually takes about 5 to 15 minutes, a little bit longer your first couple of times as you're getting used to everything that you need to like have prepared. But I've had exams that I got started within 5 minutes, and you'll just schedule your test whenever you want. And the really nice part is that there's so many spots available that even if you're studying and you feel like you're ready, you can literally test like 2 hours from that time. There's just always going to be times available, so that's actually really nice as well. And then for the performance-based questions, this is going to be done through like labs or through essays. You're basically just going to be doing some kind of assignment that shows that you're competent in that subject. Okay, so talking on the mentors and the professors, I've been really happy with mine. I did have my mentor get changed recently, which I was kind of sad about because I really liked my first mentor, and they just went on like a personal leave, which is, you know, it happens. But I was kind of sad because I felt like, you know, they saw me a lot during like my struggle period. I think I've mentioned before that I've had certain classes that took me like 2 or 3 times to pass. And I just felt like they were really like there for me, and I felt like they really did care about my success. And so Yeah, now that I'm kind of like doing better and I have a better footing in the program, I wish they could kind of like see me now, especially because I did just get my first job. That was something that was one of my goals early on in the program, because they'll meet with you, ask you your goals. I did tell them that I do want to start working like during school. I do want to start working as a cybersecurity analyst during school, and whether that's through like internship or paid. And so I wish they could just see me now, because I did recently just land my first cybersecurity job. But oh well. My new mentor seems pretty cool too. And then as far as the professors, I have had meetings with, I would say like 75% of my course instructors. They've always been helpful. They're always available. And I feel like they really want to see you succeed. So if you're struggling with certain things, I mean, just to give you a basic idea, I remember in one of my first like foundational IT courses, I was just these were all just like brand new topics, right? So everything was like brand new. I was really struggling with the difference between I was struggling with the CIA triad. Like, that's just to give you an idea of how much my struggle was early on. Now it's like that, obviously I have that down. It's so easy. I understand each one like through and through. But at first, like confidentiality, integrity, and availability, I was just like, I was struggling to see the difference of them. And so I remember I met with my mentor, or not my mentor, I met with the course instructor, and he gave me this analogy of a house, basically, where confidentiality is if, somebody can break into your house. Now your confidentiality is broken. If they go inside and like take something, that's your integrity being tampered with. And then if they lock you out of the house, then that's the availability. And like, I remember he just like broke it down like that, and I was just like, wow, that makes so much more sense. And I like felt a little silly, I'll be straight up honest. I felt a little silly that I was struggling just so early on, but like, I just asked a bunch of questions. I just trusted the process and ended up being totally fine. But I will say that the course instructors, they want to see you succeed. They're there for you. And, there's even time periods where maybe I'm a little bit quiet on the WGU because I'm studying like with outside sources, but I'm just getting email after email, like not like too much, but just from course instructors, like wanting to know where you're at. Like there's just a lot of people that are going to be available to you if you need extra help. Okay, so I think that anybody in WGU can agree that there is a very profound online presence for people studying in WGU. My personal favorite right now is the one on LinkedIn. If you go on LinkedIn, it does a really good job of like pushing towards you people in your networks. So once you put that you attend WGU, every single day there's going to be tons of people on WGU that you can connect with. And so it's just been really nice. You got to participate, you got to network, you got to put yourself out there. But I think that you'll find once you get a little bit used to this and you talk with other people about where they're at in the program, there's a lot of people who just, want to share answers, want to share questions. And then also, like, when you see someone graduate, there's an outpour of people like celebrating that person, that they succeeded, because I think that WGU attracts a certain type of person who maybe is like switching careers, or they're maybe obviously starting a career for the first time, but that just, it takes a lot of energy to do this, even especially people who have like families or spouses, or maybe you're just going to college for the first time as well. But it just attracts like, I feel like really supportive people, which is really cool. So I just feel like there's a great online community. And at first I was using the Discord. I kind of phased out of that. It just wasn't really my style personally, but it's on there. It's really good. There's like people active on it every single day. I found I like personally being more on like LinkedIn. I use Reddit a lot as well, but there's just a lot of online communities for this school. I would say I've had ups and downs with the self-paced program and how it's affected my personal life, and then also vice versa, how my personal life has affected school. What I will say though is that like I can't imagine being in a traditional school because I just really love the self-paced way about it. I like the self-paced format. I don't move as fast as a lot of other people online, and you know, it's hard not to compare, but I am happy with my progress and I definitely feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be. So it's okay. I'm happy with it. But yeah, some people move just like exponentially fast. Other people like me are kind of move at the pace as if it was just a regular normal college. So maybe, you know, maybe in the future I'll be able to complete a ton of credits in one term. But I haven't yet. But that's okay. Everyone moves at their own pace. Something you got to get really good at is your time management, setting goals. You know, you got to set I always call them my invisible deadlines because it's not a deadline for anybody else but myself. And so, you know, because like to everybody else, it's going to be invisible, but to myself, you know, it's fully there if I want to be able to make the progress that I want to make. So you just got to get good with your time management, your self-discipline. It's all on you. It's completely up to you. You know, in a traditional school, somebody else is going to be setting your deadlines. There's a format that you just have to follow. But this is just all on you. And so you just got to set your goals every term, know which classes you're working on, and that's also too why the mentors are there. They call and just kind of like see like what goals you're working on, what courses you're working on, so you do have an accountability system, but more so than anything, it's just going to be yourself. As far as like the general opinion that I see of WGU, I personally, after almost 2 years of being enrolled, I have never seen somebody be upset about WGU. The only time I've seen somebody been like a little upset online is that maybe their course instructor or their mentor didn't unlock a course in the time frame that they were hoping, like the next day. I personally have never had a problem with this, but that's the only thing that I've seen. Other than that, I've never seen somebody be like, oh, I graduated and I can't find a single job. I just have never seen anything like that. I'm sure, I don't know, it's probably out there if you go looking for it, but the general consensus that I've seen is that people have been very happy with WGU. I know personally WGU has already completely changed my life, like tenfold, and I'm not even graduated yet. So I personally am really grateful for WGU and for myself. Hey. Okay, so overall, would I recommend WGU? I would just say like a resounding yes, like 100%. Like I just mentioned, it has changed my life. I'm going to be starting my cybersecurity job as a SOC analyst on Tuesday, so in a few days here. And I am just like, if you would have asked me like 3 years ago that I would be working in cybersecurity, I would be like, no freaking way. Or even 2 years ago, I would be like, no freaking way. I mean, I was working in the health insurance sector. Definitely did not see that as a career. So I didn't have a career basically, and now I feel like I do. And I'm just like so grateful. I feel like, you know, this is all because I just like took the leap and decided to enroll in a school that I thought looked like a format that I could excel in. I'm just so happy about it, to be honest. I'm so grateful. I do not feel like I could have done this without WGU personally, just because like I had no idea where to start. I don't know. I'm just really grateful. And you know, the fact that like I'll have my degree too, and that won't ever have to be an aspect that holds me back, is another reason why I did decide to go the degree route. You get the certification simultaneously. So in my mind, it was just like a no-brainer. Like the resume that you have, people that are graduating in this degree program, their resumes just look so amazing. Like even without any work experience, They look so ready for someone to just like take a chance on them and, you know, start super strong in cybersecurity field. I would say people who are looking to get started in this in their career as fast as possible while being the most like well equipped, for sure. I do think that you have to have like a sense of autonomy in your learning style, even though like there are like you can get creative though. Like if you are somebody who wants to learn with other people, you know, form a study group. I'm sure there's so many out there. If you don't like studying alone, but I mean, even in a traditional school, you have to study alone. um, yeah, and just like self-discipline, really. But really, like the main thing is that if you want to just get started in a career. Any regrets that you wish you knew before enrolling? No regrets. No regrets. I have no regrets. The only thing that I would say is that there were some strategic avenues that you could take by doing like courses through Sophia, transferring over like a boatload of college credits and get through the program faster. But I have no regrets. I'm happy with, you know, the course that I've taken. Okay guys, so that comes to the end of this video. What did I leave out? Leave them in the comments below if I missed any questions that you've been wondering about, and I'll try to answer them in the comments section. And just like keep an eye out for future videos. I mentioned in my previous video that I'm currently studying for Security Plus. I'm done studying. Now it's just like I'm going through a bunch of practice tests and just really just making sure I feel super ready. So I will have a future video on that exam. And then I did actually recently land my first cybersecurity job, which I'm so excited about and so grateful for. So I'll be making a video all about that process as well. So definitely stay tuned for that video. Thank you so much for watching.